Andrew Jackson was born in 1767 on the rugged frontier between North and South Carolina. His father had died before his birth, leaving his mother to raise him in hardship. Life on the frontier was harsh and uncertain.
Even as a boy, Jackson showed a fiery, unyielding spirit.
The Revolutionary War soon reached his doorstep.
At just 13, he joined as a courier in the fight for independence.
Taken by the British, Jackson showed his defiance by refusing to obey humiliating orders.
For his defiance, he bore scars that lasted a lifetime. Held in harsh conditions, Jackson endured hardship that shaped his fierce spirit.
His mother fought to free him, a bond of love in dark times.
Disease struck him, nearly taking his young life.
His mother devoted herself to caring for the wounded and prisoners.
Tragedy struck again. His mother and brothers died during the war.
By 15, Andrew Jackson was an orphan, hardened by grief. But from loss and hardship, he carried a relentless will to survive. After the war, Jackson pursued education, determined to rise above his orphaned youth. He studied law with relentless discipline.
By 1787, he became a lawyer, bold and persuasive in court. In the frontier communities, his fiery energy earned both respect and enemies.
This is unacceptable.
You have no right! We need to find common ground here.
Jackson moved west to Tennessee, seeking fortune and opportunity.
He quickly became a central figure in the new settlements.
Life on the frontier was dangerous, demanding resilience and courage.
He found love with Rachel Donaldson, who became his lifelong companion.
Strong-willed and protective of his honor, Jackson never hesitated to stand his ground.
Dueling became part of his reputation, and he fought many times to protect his name.
His leadership extended beyond law, as he took command in the Tennessee militia. He inspired men with his toughness and fearlessness.
Jackson fought in campaigns against Native American tribes, shaping his military career.
Hard battles left scars, but built his reputation as a fighter.
By the early 1800s, Andrew Jackson had earned respect as both a lawyer and a military leader.
In 1812, the United States faced Britain again, and Jackson was called to defend the nation.
His army was made up of everyday citizens, unpolished but united by fierce determination.
Jackson inspired them with fiery speeches, promising victory against the odds.
The British prepared a massive assault on New Orleans. Jackson ordered fortifications along the swamps and riverbanks.
Even outlaws joined his cause, strengthening his hand.
On the eve of battle, he walked the lines, steadying the hearts of his men.
January 8th, 1815,
The Battle of New Orleans began.
Jackson's defenses unleashed devastating fire.
The disciplined British Army crumbled under relentless resistance.
Jackson's leadership turned desperation into triumph.
It was a stunning victory, over 2,000 British casualties, while Jackson lost fewer than 100 men.
His men called him Old Hickory for his toughness.
The people hailed him as the savior of New Orleans.
The victory elevated Andrew Jackson as a national hero, admired for his strength and determination.
He became the champion of the frontier, a voice for ordinary citizens.
His popularity launched him into politics, first as congressman, then senator.
He also served as a judge, his fiery temper and strong sense of justice always evident.
But his life is also built on slavery, a contradiction that shadowed his legacy.
He proposed ambitious national programs, expanding roads, building canals, and creating universities to advance knowledge.
That year, more Americans than ever were allowed to vote, though still only white men.
Jackson won the most votes, both popular and electoral.
But no candidate won a majority, and the House chose John Quincy Adams after a deal with Henry Clay.
Jackson took office in mourning, vowing to serve the nation in her honor.
For the next 4 years, Jackson built a powerful political movement.
He presented himself as the people's president, plain, tough, and unyielding. In 1828, the people answered, Jackson won by a landslide.
Just weeks before his inauguration, Jackson's beloved wife Rachel passed away.
Jackson took office in mourning, vowing to serve the nation in her honor.
On March 4, 1829, Andrew Jackson was sworn in as the 7th President of the United States. For the first time, the people themselves flooded the White House, celebrating their champion.
Though already weakened by illness, Jackson's determination never wavered.
He promised to clean out corruption, insisting government must serve the people.
But his presidency also brought tragedy, with the forced removal of Native Americans.
He defended the policy as necessary for expansion, a decision that remains controversial. Opponents decried it as cruel and unjust, a stain on his presidency.
Jackson also waged war against the Bank of the United States, calling it a tool of the elite.
His veto and withdrawal of funds thrilled supporters, who saw him as a defender of democracy.
But critics warned he destabilized the economy, planting seeds of future crisis. Under Jackson, the nation grew stronger and larger, but at great human cost.
Even as illness consumed him, Jackson remained active, guiding his party.
After 2 terms, he retired to his home, the Hermitage, still admired by loyal followers.
In his later years, he reflected on his victories and the controversies that defined him.
Andrew Jackson died in 1845, remembered as the people's president, both admired and condemned.
If you liked this, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe so we can keep bringing you more great stories.